Invest in what you love, not just doing what you love. Imagine you're 25. You've got the world in your hands and Instagram in your pocket. Everyone's preaching the same gospel. Do what you love, and the money will follow. It sounds good, doesn't it? It feels good too, like warm coffee on a cold morning or a motivational quote slapped on a vision board. But let me ask you something uncomfortable. What if doing what you love is the very thing that keeps you broke? I know, it sounds harsh, but stick with me. Because what Robert Kiyosaki, the man behind Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has been trying to teach for decades is that the American dream has been sold with a pretty bow and a hidden price tag. The dream isn't dead, but it is misunderstood. Here are 7 mistakes you should avoid. 1. Time. Your most precious and wasted asset. Have you ever noticed how young people always say, "I don't need to worry about money right now. I'm still young"? Funny thing about time, it only moves one way. Most people treat it like they have a limitless supply, but blink and suddenly you're 40 with student loans, a mortgage, 2 kids and no savings. You realize you spent your 20s chasing a career, not building a future. So here's the first hard truth. Time is either your greatest asset or your biggest liability. You can waste it binging on TikToks and trendy investments, or you can use it to build something real, something lasting, something that will still feed you when your job or your passion can't. 2. The trap of passion. Our culture romanticizes passion. Follow your bliss, we're told. Do what you love, and it won't feel like work. But what if your passion doesn't pay the rent? What if your dream job keeps you in the same financial hamster wheel for decades? Look, there's nothing wrong with loving what you do, but let's get one thing straight. Passion is personal. Purpose is powerful. Robert didn't write books because he loved writing. In fact, he hated writing books, but he did it because it fulfilled his purpose, to teach people how to escape the rat race, to stop living paycheck to paycheck, to stop surviving, and start building wealth. Passion is about you. Purpose is about service. And purpose, ironically, is what makes you rich, both financially and spiritually. 3. The Cashflow Quadrant. Which box are you living in? Kiyosaki's Cashflow Quadrant is deceptively simple. E. Employee. S. Self-employed. B. Business owner. I. Investor. Most Americans live on the left side, employees and self-employed. They trade time for money. They earn. They spend. They pay taxes. They start over each month. The wealthy, they live on the right side, owning businesses, investing in assets, building passive income, and taking advantage of legal tax shelters. You don't escape the rat race by getting a better job. You escape it by building or owning the race course. Here's the kicker. The left side pays the most in taxes, up to 60%. The right side, 20%, if you play the game smart. So next time you hear someone say, "I want to start my own business," ask, is it a real business that runs without them, or just another job with a fancier title? 4. Building assets. The unsexy truth. Building wealth isn't glamorous. It's not late nights in WeWork, drinking kombucha while coding a startup in a hoodie. It's not hopping on the next crypto train or launching your 12th dropshipping store. It's this: studying, failing, learning taxes, learning debt, learning lawsuits, understanding risk, losing money, making more, hiring, firing, building. It's boring until it's not, until your bank account is fat, your calendar is free, and your kid's future is secure. You don't have to love the process. You just have to love what it gives you. Robert didn't enjoy learning insurance law or corporate structures, but he did it anyway, because he had a goal bigger than his momentary comfort. He wanted freedom, and freedom doesn't come cheap. 5. Invest in what you love. This is where the magic happens. Kiyosaki flipped the script with a simple but profound idea. Stop trying to do what you love. Start investing in what you love. Let that sink in. You don't need to become a full-time yoga instructor to enjoy yoga. You can invest in a chain of studios. You don't need to be a farmer to love food. You can buy avocado farms. Robert literally did. You don't need to become a developer to love real estate. You can own properties that generate income every month. Invest in what you love. Don't let your love trap you in a life of labor. 6. The Bitcoin syndrome. chasing shiny objects. Have you ever seen a fish go after a shiny lure? That's how most people treat investing. They jump on trends, Bitcoin, NFTs, AI, cannabis, not because they understand them, but because someone on YouTube said it's the next big thing. Let's be honest. How many people actually know how crypto works? Do they understand blockchain, gas fees, wallet security? Do they even care? Or are they just hoping to get rich quick? If it sparkles, it's probably a trap. The problem isn't Bitcoin, it's the mindset. Chasing shiny objects is gambling in a tuxedo. It's financial cosplay. Real wealth, that's built in the dirt, with sweat and patience and sacrifice. 7. Liquidity. The financial IQ test. Here's something most people never talk about. Liquidity. It's how easily you can turn an investment into cash. Stocks and ETFs. Very liquid. You click a button, you're out. But real estate, businesses, gold, not so fast. Once you're in. Which means if you mess up, you ride that mistake all the way down. That's why financial IQ matters. The less liquid your investment, the more intelligent you need to be. And the fewer people are willing to learn that intelligence, which is exactly why the rewards are so high. Here is the needed mind shift. Risk isn't the enemy, ignorance is. The biggest lie we've been sold is that the safest path is the job, the paycheck, the pension. But what happens when your job disappears? What happens when the pension dries up? What happens when inflation eats your savings? Security is a myth, and in chasing it, most people lose the very freedom they were looking for. You don't have to be born rich to get rich. You don't have to go viral or invent the next iPhone. You just need to think long-term, learn what others ignore, build what others fear, and invest in the things that light your soul on fire, even if it means doing some things you hate along the way. Because in the end, freedom isn't free, but it's worth every step. If you're a millennial, Gen Z, or anyone trying to figure out your financial future, remember this: don't chase the dream, build it. Don't do what you love, invest in what you love, and don't waste time, own it. The rest will follow. So if this video gave you even one insight worth keeping, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to stay on this journey, and drop a comment telling me the one area you're going to focus on next. Because the best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. And remember, this is not about looking rich, it is about living free. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.